The men who successfully build wealth aren't just disciplined or high earners. They avoid 10 specific mistakes that quietly destroy most people's financial future. I'm talking about the everyday behaviors that separate men who actually build wealth from the ones who stay stuck, living paycheck to paycheck, wondering why they never get ahead. While everyone else is chasing fast money and trying to look rich, financially successful men are simply avoiding the traps that keep most people broke. Today, I'm breaking down the 10 things you should never do if you want to build wealth. These are the silent mistakes that create long-term failure, and by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why some men build real wealth while others stay stuck no matter how much they make. Our first never is to carry high interest debt. Look, I think this is really simple. It's a simple math equation. Most index funds that you invest in grow at 10%. $100 into that Roth IRA and it grows at 10% each year, then you're gonna have $110 at the end of the year. Really simple. Of course, that's going to compound into more throughout longer periods of time, but just for the sake of this example, that's what it'll be. Now, let's say I'm also carrying $100 in credit card debt. If I have a 20% interest rate on that credit card, then I'm getting charged $120. Take 120 minus by 110, and that's a $10 loss every single year for carrying debt. It doesn't matter how much you invest. It doesn't matter how much you save. It doesn't matter how much you earn. If all of that money is being chipped away by high interest debt, whether it's your credit card, a terrible car loan, whatever, none of your wealth is going to grow if all that stuff is being chipped away. It also is just a straight up burden. If I was in a bunch of credit card debt, I'd feel like I can't move. I'd feel like I can't breathe because I owe more money than I have. That's terrible. It's really simple. If you're in high interest debt, get out of it, pay it off, and then you can start growing. Of course, it's going to take time. It's going to take effort. It's going to take learning. How do I get out of debt? What costs do I need to cut? But if you can do that, you're going to be much more successful than just living in a bunch of crappy debt. Our second never is to wait for the perfect time. The main thing I see this with a lot with younger men, even older men, is like waiting to invest, waiting for the perfect market dip to maximize value, waiting for a better age to start investing. Do you want to know the funny thing? The best age to start investing is 18. Even if you're barely making any money. Because what that teaches you, even at a lower income, is say you're living on $15 an hour working at McDonald's, right? If you're able to invest $100 even a month, that is going to hurt so much more than investing $1,000 a month, let's say, when you're making $1 million a year, right? So if you're willing to learn that hurt at a lower income, it's going to make investing a lot of money a lot easier at a higher income. It's really that simple. A lot of money doesn't really have to do with knowing the knowledge, because we all know we shouldn't go into debt. We all know we need to invest. We all know that we want to earn a high income. All of that stuff is simple. That stuff can be hard. It can be challenging. So having knowledge isn't power, but actually using the knowledge you have is power. And being able to stay disciplined in doing those things is going to help you grow wealth. Our third never is to never chase fast money. We see this a lot with sports betting and gambling. It's just not good. You're not going to hit big and you're not going to get rich. We also see this with get-rich-quick schemes, pyramid schemes, stuff like that. No, money is hard to obtain, but if you do the right things and you do it over time, it's going to turn out to be a lot better. We often underestimate what we can do in 5 years, but we overestimate what we can do in 3 months. And so pick a plan, stick to the course, and continue to chase whatever goal you want to chase. And I think over time, your portfolio is going to grow with you. Our fourth never here is to never date with bad intentions. Why are we all of a sudden talking about dating when we're talking about money? Well, it's really simple. A lot of our life decisions play into our money, right? You can spend years and years and years dating a girl, making memories, spending money, going on vacations, going on nice dates, doing nice things for her. And while I think there's something great about taking care of a woman, that's amazing. If you're doing it for the wrong girl and you're not building towards anything meaningful, then you're just wasting a bunch of money and creating a bunch of memories with a girl that you're going to want to forget when you move on to the next, right? So make sure you're dating with intention. Make sure you're dating to marry. Make sure you're dating girls with good values. Dating girls that add value to your life and you add value to theirs. It's really that simple. But if you aren't aren't doing that, you're just going to waste a lot of time and you're going to waste a lot of money doing something you don't need to be doing in the first place. So date with good intentions. And if it's not going anywhere, then break up, because you're just going to waste a bunch of money and waste a bunch of time on a girl that doesn't add any value to your life. Also, if you're just dating for stupid, more materialistic, not materialistic, but just arbitrary things, don't do that either. Make sure you're dating to find a good woman to marry. Our fifth never is to never waste time. I can tell you, the most successful people in the world never waste time. They don't waste time trying to invest. They don't waste time in chasing their goals and their dreams. They don't waste time working hard. They don't waste time sitting scrolling Instagram Reels all day. They don't waste time getting drunk and high on weekends. They don't waste time watching a day long of football. They don't waste time sitting on Prize Picks and DraftKings and gambling apps such as that. They don't do any of that stuff. They get to work, they work hard, and they spend their time doing things that are meaningful. They don't waste time doing stuff that AI could do for them, right? Just a bunch of stuff like that. Make sure you're using your time wisely. Make sure you're putting thought and effort into your work, of course. Don't just AI generate everything in your life. Make sure you're building meaningful relationships as well. Use your time wisely. Don't waste it. It's really that simple. Our sixth never is never impress others. This is the heart of overspending, and this is the heart of living a life we don't want. Trying to impress others looks like trying to buy a Lamborghini when we can't afford it, going out to fancy restaurants that we can't afford, posting highlights of our trips on Instagram when we couldn't even afford those trips in the first place. This looks like going to like a concert with a bunch of friends that want to go to the concert, and you're trying to impress them and make sure that you're cool, trying to fit in. No, that's stupid, right? It's like blowing a bunch of money on a first date. That girl is going to figure out that you aren't rich in the first place anyways, so don't waste a bunch of money in the first date on the first place, because you want to make sure that you're being honest about who you are and yourself, and you want to make sure that you're presenting a good image, not only like in general, but it also will save you money as well. A lot of like impressing others can also look like trying to go in the perfect career field that other people want for you. It looks like going to college when you don't want to go in the first place just to make your parents happy. It looks like following the normal path just to appeal to others, right? You don't have to do that. Make sure you're being smart, of course, with your life, but also make sure you're doing what you want with it as well. Thing number 7 is never listen to negative influences, right? I'm talking about people who want to just get you drunk, get you high. I'm talking about a girlfriend that just wants you to stay home and comfort her and be there for her like 24/7. I'm talking about people who are like, oh, you think you can start a business, man? You're an absolute tool bag and an idiot. I'm talking about people that are like, you are never going to get a raise. You're sucky, minimum wage, wagey, and you're never going to be anything better, right? I'm talking about all of that, man. Don't listen to the negativity, dude. I'm not trying to turn this into like a positivity speech or a David Goggins rant, right? But like, seriously, we have people who aren't doing or taking action in their lives because they're listening to others around them that know nothing about them. They know nothing about their heart. They know nothing about their ambition, man. If you want something, go out and get it. It's going to be hard. It's going to take hard work, but what else are you going to do? Sit around and suck and take your mediocre life and just, hey, all right, these other people are right about me. No. If you want something, do something about it. It's that simple. Our 8th never is to never think in the short term. Again, I feel like a lot of this stuff in this video kind of come together, but it's really true, right? Do you want to know how to be a successful investor? Think about the long term. Think about retirement. Think about what that money will do for your kids and future generations. Think about what that money will do for you. The freedom it will bring for you. It allows you to make career changes. Do what you want with your life. Those things are really, really important. And those things are like, oh, money can't buy those things, but yes, money can buy those things. That is freedom. It's a sense of a little bit of power as well. Of course, you don't want to abuse that, but it is true. So again, don't think in the short term. Don't think about next weekend or next week or next month or next year. Think about 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 20 years from now. Because I've always said this, and I think I might have even said it once in this video, but you will be so shocked what you can do over the course of 5 years, but you'll also overestimate what you might be able to do over the course of 2 weeks, right? You might think, oh, I'll post one thing and it'll go viral. I'll get one client and they'll generate me $10,000 a month. No, that probably won't happen, but over time, you'll probably do things crazier than you'd ever expect. Our never number 9 is to never confuse income with wealth. You can make $100,000 a year. You can make $200,000 a year. You can make $1 million a year. But if you spend all of that money and squander it, then it doesn't matter. You can make $40,000 a year, but if you're being smart, living with a roommate or maybe a spouse, and you're investing $10,000 worth of that and living off the other $30,000 with taxes, of course, right? Well, then you're being more successful than the person making $1 million, right? Of course, like I said earlier, a higher income will always make a bigger difference because it makes saving easier, it makes investing easier, right? All those things. But if you aren't building good habits at a low income, what makes you think you can be trusted with a higher income? Really that simple. And habit number 10 is to never be passive with your money. Be aggressive, make good life decisions, but go out there and get it, right? Like, it might sound crazy, but if you want to invest $1,000 into educating yourself about social media or AI or whatever career field you're in, right? Do that. That's all right. Check out another video of mine on your screen right now. If you enjoyed this one, you're going to enjoy that one as well. Subscribe to the channel as well. I'd appreciate it. Peace.